Welcome to another 3-minute booze review. Summer has arrived, so I thought it's time to crack open the summer drinks and add 2 more ciders for your consideration next time you're down at the bottle shop. Today's ciders are both from Funk Cider, a Western Australian based producer. I've got Machine Cider as well as Perth Cider to try today. Bet you were wondering what the starting clip was all about. Given it's about 35 degrees Celsius today, I'm going to do this from the wetness of the pool. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Machine Cider. That's an interesting cider. It's kind of like champagne, but not. Probably down to the way they actually make this cider. Apparently it's made using French oak barrels. You can definitely taste the oak in the cider, giving that really familiar taste that you also find in good champagne. Now for the Perth Cider. The Perth Cider has a very similar taste, but without the oak flavour in it. Still, it's a really good tasting cider. It's very clean, good amount of sweetness without tasting like lolly water. I would definitely call the Perth Cider a safer cider. Without the oak, it would, at least for me, seem more appealing to the cider drinker. That said, with the Machine, the oak does add a nice touch to it, without being a huge shock. It's a familiar flavour that complements the rest of the drink. One that you'd recognise without thinking it's trying to be something that it isn't, if that makes sense. It has a certain flavour that you would identify coming from champagne, but without making it drink like it's a wannabe apple version of champagne. Both of these ciders are a sweeter cider. Both drink very well and are highly enjoyable. Cider drinkers who prefer a more hoppy cider will probably find these a bit offensive to their tastes. But if you're in the market for a sweeter cider, then this does a good job without being overly sweet. As for which to buy, the oak is the main difference that I picked up between these. I would probably go on the side of the Machine cider because it does add a nice twist on top of an already great Perth cider. The Machine gets a solid 8 out of 10, with the Perth cider being a 7.5. Only because I think the Perth is good, but the Machine certainly adds a twist to make it better. As for where to buy this, Funk Cider is fairly easy to get hold of from all of your major bottle shops in Australia, like Dan Murphy's and First Choice, as well as some of the smaller independents. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Looking for more boozy suggestions? Check out the video on the screen now. If you like what you saw and want to see more, click that like button and hit subscribe. 3-minute booze reviews are out every second Tuesday and I've got more content in the pipeline.